Welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Today, we're going inside, because it's cold out here. We need to talk to Critters Lady. Here she is. Hey, hello there! So how are you feeling? All right, I suppose. Who is this? Hi, my name is Miles Edgeworth. My, handsome boys such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just put on my bikini for you. Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask Nana, I might give you a peek, big boy. Whoa! Mr. Edgeworth! Oh my god, they have jiggle physics in this game. This is the head nun, this is the bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps getting cut. My stomach's already ground in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I want to hear about what you know. So let's examine first. There's floating script written everywhere on the wall. Man, I bet you have an awful nightmares if you try to sleep in here. This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. We bought them all at the dollar store. They're all designed to prevent evil force from entering. So if I stepped here, the Oogie Woogie Boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for eternity? Alright! Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? I mean, to be fair, when you don't have sleep, you kinda always think about sleeping. There's an altar with a giant Magatama enshrined on it. There's a lot of candles lined up too! Kind of a fire hazard! You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Maybe you should blow out those candles over there to make up for that. Miss Edgeworth, would you mind singing Happy Birthday to me? Stop that! Cut that out! Please don't blow out the altar candles! There are more, Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from underneath that stack? Ah! Beats me! Would you mind checking that for me, detective? Yes, sir! Here! Mr. Edgeworth? Looks like an old, manila envelope. Ah! What is it, detective? This could be it! An ultra-important clue! A super special clue! I suppose I should read it myself, then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Do not attend at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed! This sounds like a blackmail letter. Okay. Let's go then, Miss Edgeworth! Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor, a super-duper prosecutor! Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. That's true, Gumshoe. What the hell, man? Ah, it's a warm cat box! Where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh! Look at all these 8 straw frisbees! Those are type of Zabuton cushions called Enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Miss Edgeworth? Why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective. A freaking odd couple. The thing there casts a strong presence over this room. This is the lesser Makatama. It's precious heirloom containing a great many souls. Huh? This is lesser? What does the greater one look like then? The greater Makatama is displayed in the main room of the Fey Manor. It's supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Crane exhibit, but it was so large that I couldn't bring it through the doors. Have I seen that? I feel like I've probably seen that. Also, did you not recognize Maya Fey? Didn't she introduce her? The night of the crime. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. Chance to talk about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The training dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Well, you're right. That does sound kind of exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back? The way you stand at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for decidedly different reasons. Oh, you got the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? What you saw. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been around, past 11. No, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. I saw two people, one of them lying on the ground. The other was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see the criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course it was! Try putting yourself in her shoes! I can't, they're too small. You really like you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom, and I having to witness it from the witness stand. I'm pretty shocked too! Yeah, that would be kind of a shocking turn of events, you're not wrong. I know it sounds the same, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of I was doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural? The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. The return, or why return? As a head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yeah, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I got a bad lower back. A bad lower back? Yeah, it's especially bad in the winter, so bad that I can't even lift the bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as a frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple all alone? Don't be ridiculous, I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. The acolyte. So who is the acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Ma Fei. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say, after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one a little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself. That's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. I don't like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister. Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's Maya's face cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we had finished dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back. The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone? As I say, the plot thickens. That should have been in the initial report for, finding Pearl? Please? We can't have her out there on her own, unsupervised. You don't know what mayhem she can bring down. About this here, let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachment to much of the transient material realm. Guess you call me an immaterial girl. I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Miss Edgeworth? Edgeworth is just cocking a gun. He's like, no, that's it. Well. Look what you found. That's the master of the crane channel technique, Mystic Misty Fey. Fey? It's been nearly 20 years since Misty's disappearance. That's been 15 years. Apparently she intended to pass on the master child to her daughter. Who is this daughter? Well, I'm myself part of the branch family of the Fey family, or Fey clan, but I'm not privy to information concerning the main family. What do you mean? Well, that's a demon wardenhood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear these for protection. Oh, I see. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection just by holding it, you know. Put it on already. No, I can't. I was just... Oh, it was like made for you, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean by that, detective? Looks absolutely marvelous. You just gotta keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution? Yes. Yes, it is. So nothing new there. How about this picture? Well, look at that. I look pretty S to the Xy, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely, I guess. Up until recently, we've avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time, we had our reasons. We're gonna call the next issue Nuns Gone Wild. Well, why deny the world the sight of such a lovely face? Visit OnlyFans.com. No, OnlyNuns.com/Sister Bikini. Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault. Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame. Quiet. What do you know anyways? Ouch, you're scared. With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours. It's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared. Jesus, fuck you too, lady. Why'd you have to take it on me? Ernie does seem a little manufactured. How about this? I don't know anything about weather, apparently. You know anything about this old crumpled up letter? Is that addressed to Iris? Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it. I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me. Ah, so Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it. Alright, right! This man, his face betrays the life of suffering and great weariness of the world. Sure. But even so, I can't believe the guy actually jumped into the river! Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh? Dots? Sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Huh, perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's condition to her. Hey, don't look at me like that! Do your own dirty work, sir! Alright, don't know anything about me or Gumshoe. This is Mr. Khaleesi's apprentice, is it not? I think he might have a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy, at any rate. Huh? Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptation of young men. Sure. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I'm a head nun, after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was opposed to maintain that maintained your modesty for everyone's sake. So this is gonna be the same as the picture? Yep. That's right, it's a long one. Iris, not Elise. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the bell at 10 for lights out. So you're saying Iris came to the temple then? Of course she did. Iris had always been a good, obedient girl. After all, I had Iris help Miss Maya begin her training. That doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As I say, the plot thickens! Anything about this weirdo? No. Chronos, it's pronounced Godot. It's weirdo. Bikini? It's all my fault. Me and my stupid back. Mr. Khaleesi has been murdered, an important acolyte is trapped, and a little girl has been lost. You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma. Quite right. I needed some more training myself, I think. Maya? She's a very important visitor, you know. An honored acolyte. Honored? How so? The Fey name is synonymous with the Korean channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed. Now you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the Korean channeling technique. Detective. I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say has midichlorians. Ho, ho, ho! So it gives you the creeps, Mr. Edgeworth. That's got nothing to do with it. Pearl? Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone? Where's the local orphanage? We need to check there. Well, we can check out her home, and we checked out her home and she's not there. She's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either. Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Ah! Are you thinking maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have be such a pessimist, detective? Oh, I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Alright, so that's it there. Nothing unlocked. Move to the courtyard. There ain't no way Iris is picking up that sword, by the way. And this is where the murder took place, sir! Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, are you gonna tell me I can't investigate? I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir! I'll make sure it flows out like the water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. How much of your runny spout leaked over the years? Oh, Edgeworth, dog. Is this where Edgeworth finally realized that Gumshoe has given us so much information over the years that he finally snaps? I guess let's investigate or examine first. The lantern is supposed to light, I suppose they light it at night. Something elegant about light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax my room by candlelight. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? I should know. Gumshoe. How? How do you make so little as a detective? What is this? It looks like a wizard's staff. I belong to the victim, Miss Elise Donham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah! Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes, what? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright. The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. You and like 90% of the kids. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it! The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims! Okay. Oh, ladder. The main case must be just over that stone wall. Ah, stone walls! I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Yeah, I know. Me too, to be quite honest. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. I don't know what that means, but nothing on the ladder? Okay. Wanna go skiing? Ah, I just love skiing! Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messing with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Miss Edgeworth? Is the world starting to go mad? Yes. Yes, it is. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon? Sure is! It's called, Sichi, Shido, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir! There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yep, it's all over the blade! Speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shido, too. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints that we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I think it doesn't really feel good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. I mean, in Phoenix's case, absolutely. The dog doesn't get paid. Every case he has, except for that one time, was a murder case. And even the one time it wasn't a murder case, it led into a murder case. The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right. I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier just to build a place slanted, sir? I fail to see how he can consider that to be even a remotely good idea. And his gumshoe. The victim. The victim is a famous picture book author, Elise Dono. Her entire past, up until she won the writing award last year, is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. The cause of death was blood loss, resulting from the stab to the back. Really? Blood loss? Like, that's a giant blade. It didn't puncture her heart. It went through her, like, the back into her chest, right? That's insane. That she was alive and yeah, that's kind of insane that she was alive enough. Like, I don't know. A blade that big going through like your spinal cord and your lungs and I'm assuming your heart. I feel like you would be dead before blood even left your body. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about that sort of stuff though, so the murder weapon. The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. Bruises that are consistent with falling from a height of 2-story. A 2-story building, like the one next to us? That'd be the same height as the room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right! Way to go, Miss Edgeworth! That just happened to be the room that Elise Donum was staying in. Maybe she was posted out the window if she was No, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you even get the sword out of that statue? It's also too big to, like, move around normally. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword? No. What happened? Now then, detective, let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay! Let's take a look at the map! According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Ma Fei headed to the inner temple. And then they get into a random encounter right here. Well, I don't know why. For some reason, the movements, I'm like, this kind of seems like an overworld map for an RPG. Yeah, it's just a very simple one. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe I played a game with a map like this? Where you select a destination and they move across it? I'm not, like, if there were dots, I guess Final Fantasy Tactics might have something like that. I don't know. My brain's kind of weird. Haven't slept. No sleep till Brooklyn? Something like that? Anyways, at 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. But she ran! Didn't run into any random encounters either. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, she sent me these pictures. Kinda weird, right? Since Bikini witnessed the murder in the country, yeah, how, brown cow? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So she was already dead. There's no way what Bikini saw happen, right? Because, like, the sword's part of... Well, no, I guess you could remove the sword in the other case. Never mind. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Iris did it. If you want more details, just ask Sister Bikini herself in the main hall. The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. Tomorrow's trial. Trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I'd be quite not happy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly wouldn't remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another... Oh, no! It's gonna be Canadian judge? That's why I requested another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We only met each other once, and there's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Well, Miss Edgeworth, I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. Okay. If you could do that, I hope it's Winston, because that would make things easier. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly trading at? According to Bikini, it's an old building that they use for trading for the acolytes. It's on the other side of the Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down. Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge beside the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by glyphs of all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I heard it's not the kind of place a person can survive in. Please be alright, Maya. Alright. So, I'm assuming... Probably need to show some more of this stuff. We should probably show it to Gumshoe. Yeah, we'll do that now. Oh! So I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is, you wanted to be a wizard, right? Yeah, that's amazing! How'd you know that? So, what do you think? I make a really great one, don't you think? We just had this conversation a little while ago, Detective. So it represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending at one. I never heard of that. You know what I think about something? Or sometimes? Yeah, I was like, what do you mean, something? Sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I hadn't joined the homicide division? So you think about that kind of thing too, huh? Of course I do! I think about it a lot! Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. Guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force. Yeah, at least he's committed, right? That's good. So we'll probably have to show something like this to maybe Bikini. We'll do that next time, though. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all then. Have a great day. Bye.